I'm Tugan Sokhiev. Just arrived to Berlin. On my way to my hotel, just arrived from Vienna, where I was spending last couple of days of my holidays. So I'm very excited to be finally in Berlin and prepare for the opening of the season. Being part of the wonderful Berlin musical scene, it makes it really, really challenging, but also exciting at the same time. So I guess lots of responsibility, lots of artistic challenges, but also the thrill of it, of working with such a great orchestra, performing in one of the most beautiful concert halls in Europe, and being supported by all of our wonderful audiences, subscribers, the newcomers, and hopefully much more new public, which we are trying to attract and invite to our really, really interesting programs. Really, really looking forward to the first rehearsal, and we will see how it goes.
Wir haben alle fast 3 Jahre auf diesen Moment gewartet. Seit Beginn der jetzigen Spielzeit ist Tugan Sokhiev Chefdirigent und künstlerischer Leiter des DSO. Tugan, herzlich willkommen, welcome. We look forward very much to the next few years.
This morning we were doing interviews about the opening of the season. I had an interview for Die Zeit and the newspaper BZ.
Berlin, is there anything that you would like to get to know? Have you been here around?
A little bit, but it's so big, the city. Sometimes you have questions about, people want to know a little bit more than an artistic, than a professional life, but I prefer not to talk about any private questions. In half an hour I'm going to the rehearsal, the first rehearsal of the big program, so really looking forward to it. I wanted to play Rachmaninoff Symphony because nobody really knows it, and I think in the orchestra maybe 1 or 2 musicians who played it in all their career.
Sechs, die hat die. Two notes before. Ti, ra, ra, 3, 4. We just finished the first part of the rehearsal, where we did the reading of Rachmaninoff Symphony No. 3. Exciting, great symphony. I'm very, very happy with the results so far.
I personally feel very happy during the concert or during the rehearsal. It could be 20 seconds or 1 minute when suddenly the heart beating of the orchestra and yours, they match, and you start breathing together, and the music pacing is the same.
Today we are rehearsing in Philharmonie, which is a completely different picture, and it's different acoustic, which actually allows us to try properly all the things we rehearsed in Rachmaninoff. It's such a wonderful acoustic, and immediately the sound is different and it opens, so we're very happy to be here. To rehearse now Stravinsky Pulcinella. It is Stravinsky with his amazing ability to write and the music in a way which shocks you every time when you listen to it. Stravinsky Pulcinella, I think for me the beauty of this music is because it's a neoclassical music written by Stravinsky, but also it has so many solo music. We have the quintet of soloists and strings, we have all the wind instruments playing solos, very difficult parts, and that's what we are going to concentrate now.
We just finished the rehearsal with Sasha. He's a wonderful singer, and we just found some common ideas and common tempo. So I think it will be a really good rehearsal. Now we're moving to the orchestra, where we'll be rehearsing everything what we tried now with piano with the orchestra. So really looking forward to this. Sasha sounds wonderful. She's a great singer, and I think it will be really exciting. So what do you think about Black Max?
Well, it's funny because it's based on a real guy who was just on the corner, and it sounds so ominous, mysterious.
He was always dressed in black, long black jacket, broad black hat, sometimes a cape, and as thin as rubber tape, Black Max. He would raise that big black hat to the big shots of the town, who would raise their hats right back, never knew they were bowing to Black Max. I'm talking about 90 in Rotterdam, where the right night people of all the town would find what they could in the night neighborhood of Black Max. There were women in the windows with bodies for sale, dressed in curls like little girls in little dollhouse jails. When the women walked the street with their beds upon their backs, who was lifting up his brim to them, Black Max.
Black Max, but he's just a guy.
Yeah,
Well, he could be a homeless guy, who knows?
yeah, it feels like you're walking through the dark streets somewhere, no? It's this kind of view where it's very dangerous. And
Yeah, great characterization.
after you. Before I start rehearsing with the orchestra, I always know where I want to take the orchestra in this particular piece of music, and I always know how should it sound at the end. But of course, you always take into consideration important factors like the individual playing of musicians in the orchestra, and somebody might sometimes propose a certain phrasing which you suddenly think, wow, that's really beautiful, and it is different from what you're imagining, but let's do it because it does complement to the whole interpretation of the music.
And imagine where the midnight breezes caress us, and the stars above seem to bless us, that silent magic.
It's very emotional because it also is symbolic, because it's the first start of the concert of my collaboration of this orchestra. So it means many, many things. So it's very symbolic in many ways, apart from a wonderful concert, and the audience obviously clearly enjoyed it. So I'm very proud of this orchestra.
Silent magic. Well, at any point our hero is tied to a tree. Did I tell you he's a flyer who got lost at sea? Anyway, all the natives are crazy now. and knives. Then they pile up the wood for the sacrifice. And the witch doctor comes and he sets it on fire as the native sings.
Participation in everything what was happening in this American songs, and Sasha Cook, who did a wonderful job, and the interaction she had with the audience, who clearly responded also very actively to every song and also to the symphony. So we are very happy and lucky to have public like we have in Berlin.
But at this point comes the good old US Navy, a singing a song. They come swarming down in parachutes and thousands songs. Everything now is cleared up and wonderful. Everyone is happy as pie, and they all do a great drama version of Island Magic, of course. It's a dazzling sight with the sleek, brown native women dancing with the US Navy boys and 100-piece symphony orchestra.
It's the first time I visited Russian embassy in Berlin, in Germany, and it's absolutely spectacular.
Ich fand das unglaublich musikalisch dirigiert, also auch wie er alles das, was er denkt, was er fühlt, ins Orchester hinein transportiert und es aus dem Orchester wieder herauskommt.
Wenn man die Augen zugemacht hat, hat er die Musik überwältigt.
Sehr locker, sehr mit der Musik.
Dass dieses Orchester die russische Musik so spielen wird, wie es gespielt werden soll. Das ist sehr viel.
He's a very charming, sweet person, too. Yeah.
Tugan Sokhiev, music director of Deutsche Symphony Orchestra. We had an opening concert yesterday. It was my first concert with the orchestra in the role of music director. My first week with Deutsche Symphony Orchestra can be described as a perfect beginning, a long, interesting, exciting artistic journey.